Are the world famous Dallas, Brooklyn. Joshua here for Hornstyle Rocks. I'm here with Rob Dukes and Rob Moschetti. Welcome, brothers, to the Mecca of heavy metal.
What's happening, brother?
I'm very excited about this right here. Let's show the people out there Generation Kill. I was just telling our friend Nightcrawler Steve, it's fresh. I like what you guys are doing. What was, when you guys got together to write some music, what was your vision, or what do you want to accomplish when you started doing this project?
Had no idea, man. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to be an all-out thrash band. I wanted to do a little bit more. I think one of the first songs we wrote, did together, I showed him the riff for that. I wrote the guitar riff for Slow Burn, and I showed it to him. And he's like, "Oh yeah, let's do that." And we kind of like that led to a couple other things, but that was, we just didn't want to be a full-out thrash band, even though we're old school thrash guys, but we wanted to be a little more experimental. We'll be able to do a little more with our music than just one avenue, you know? So that was really the only thought in the beginning. Do you agree?
Explore different dimensions, correct?
Yeah.
We both come from established bands. The path was chosen long before we got there. There's a new band, so why are we going to try to sound like something that we've already done? So we both like all sorts of music, punk, hardcore, metal, rock, you know, anything. So when the main thing that I told him is there's no rules whatsoever. Just this is our drummer Jim, by the way.
Hey Jim, what's up, brother?
How are you?
So we're talking about Generation Kill, and what do you think you're bringing into the band?
I bring everything into the band.
Aside from odor.
We've basically sidelined Moschetti now, and you know we're really just gonna no man. I don't know. Besides fun, I don't know, man. I've been trying to play with these guys for a long time, and took a little while to get back into the fold, and I'm glad I'm here.
We're like three best friends in the same fucking band, honestly. So, you know, it's kind of cool. I've known Jim for like 25 years. You know, we've always wanted to do something together. Rob and Jim.
He's lying. He's only known me for like 5 years, man. You know, it's not been 25 years, really.
You were a mailman, and I was jamming in the garage. You were delivering mail.
I wanted to be with these guys when they formed this band a bunch of years ago. You know, I always tell them it was my idea, but when Moschetti moved back, I wanted to play in a band with him, Rob, and another buddy of mine, and then they put the band together and fucked me over. And didn't put me in the band, and it was really Moschetti because Dukes fought for me, but he overruled him because he was like the
guy that fucked you over in the beginning. I was like, man, I don't want to be in a band with Jim, and then
the truth comes out. The truth comes out. The truth comes out.
Johnny Rod's fault, totally, because you know.
The past year I got to work with Dukes and Exodus and all this stuff, and I played with Marauder for 6 months, and that really helped out. And then when the Marauder thing stopped, you know, these guys needed a drummer. I guess they were having some issues, and it's that. No.
Hey, where you going?
Really want to leave. He just doesn't like that I'm talking.
But of course, as you were just saying, it's friends that have been established bands, of course, as everybody knows out there. And right now, would you feel and you would say that you finally kind of got it out of your chest to finally be able to like pull out a project together? And obviously, I think you're happy with the results because the record is fresh.
Yeah, you know, me and Jim are friends since high school. Me and Lou, I met Lou when I was, you know, we were like 14, 15 years old when we met. So, you know, to finally do stuff together, because we were always in other bands. Like everyone was in a separate band, and you know, now we're all a little older and came back together and just, you know, started to be able to play together. It's awesome. You know what I mean? It's fun. We have a good time. There's no stress. There's no anger. There's no animosity. There's, you know,
and no rules or limitations when it comes to the writing.
Dictatorship. I say what goes, and then that's it. You know what I mean? So,
no, we put acoustic guitar, 12-string guitar. He played some keyboards on it. We have people playing percussion on it. We didn't want to just be one flavor. We wanted to
multi-dimensional.
Yeah, ups and downs, like watching a movie. It just can't be a drag race, you know. It's got to be a little bit of, you know, mood setting, you know. Some fast, some slow, some mid-tempo. You know, that's just what we wanted to do. But it wasn't a conscious effort. It was just more like, let's just do whatever the fuck we want. It's a selfish project. You can't satisfy everybody, so you might as well just satisfy ourselves.
Yeah, that's what, you know, that's what really, like, we never said, oh, let's not do this or not do that. We just wrote kind of what happened. It just kind of, so anyway, yeah.
A lot of spontaneous shit on the record too. Like me and him wrote a song in a night and tracked it the same night we wrote it, and it's Dark Days on the record, I the keyboards on that I found in the garbage, and we wrote it, tracked it, and what you're hearing is basically our first time playing it, and something gets captured in that spontaneous. Could I have done the acoustics cleaner and better? Yeah, but it has a certain kind of mood when you just invent it that minute and track it, and then you just walk away from it like a piece of art, It's an artistic project. People might think it's just some heavy record, but we tried to be, like a blind artist and just kind of see what comes out.
All right, shut up already. Come on, next question.
So from all the tracks on this record, which one was the hardest to write, or when did you hit a mental block, if you did hit one at all?
The lyrics that were hardest were Feast for the Wolves. That was the hardest one, and I sang cleanly on that, and I didn't want it to be that gay. I don't want to say, that heavy singing with the clean singing and back, but that moment just kind of felt natural. It kind of just the way it kind of went. It wasn't like we didn't pre-plan it or anything. It just kind of. That's the one song we wrote together as a band in a room, and we were like, all right, slow down here. Let's try another dynamic here, and let me try something else. And I did that, and it's I'm still screaming. It's still I get to sing a little bit on there and use my other singing voice rather than just balls out screaming. And it was a cool little mixture, and it wasn't that trendy thing that people are doing. It just kind of made the song what it was, and so that one was the hardest one for me to write. And Dark Days was actually hard too, because I don't sing like that all the time, and to stay in key was kind of like that was kind of a. So anyway, that one.
How about you? What was the point that you were like, oh my God, I gotta really, really step it up right now?
Like something like Hate was written in like 5 minutes for me, but something like Self-Medicating I've been working on for years, and and not because it was hard. I wanted it to be really cool, and I was doing my own vocals on it, and then when I presented it to Rob, we both wound up singing on it, and it was never finished until I got him involved on it. So it was missing something, and it was this fucking moron.
And what is in the pipeline? Now that the record is finally out, what is in the pipeline for the next 6 months to a year for you guys?
We already started writing another album, so it's kind of like we're just going to, while I'm home, not on tour with Exodus, I'm just going to keep writing music with these guys. We rehearse every week. We got a new drummer, so we're working on, we go through this album, we play all the songs on it, and then we start working on new stuff. And ministry, cool. Just to keep writing, and like if this thing sells 200 copies and that's it, I'm still gonna put out another record next year. Like we're gonna just keep pumping out music until we don't like making music together anymore. You know what I mean? So that's basically for me. That's how this is. This is just a way to be an artist when I'm home. You know what I mean? So
creative outlet, regardless of the response.
As far as shows and touring, you have anything lined up in the region or anything coming up?
Trying to get some shows that are bands that are coming through that I know. I'm trying to use my Exodus powers to kind of like get on some shows, but we're doing club shows now and again. It's hard when I'm on tour a lot, and so it's kind of like, but we're trying to, we played Dingbats a couple times, and we're gonna try and play as many shows as we can. Now that the album's out, I think there were, people we haven't been able to hint anything to anyone. So we could say, oh, this is just Rob from. So it's now we got a viable product that we can hand somebody, say, this is what we sound like. Hook us up with this band, that band, and that's how that's gonna work. So,
For anybody watching out there, what is the message from Generation Kill today? We are obviously at Dust Broken, which is the heavy metal mecca, so there's no better place for you guys to be unleashing this new project, especially when it comes to the underground, because this place represents the underground.
Totally, man. It's like Duff's is the shit, dude. This is. I've been talking to Steve for months, wanting to do it here, and I just needed the right time. And I ran into him in Toronto at the Heavy TO Festival, and then I ran into him at Big Four. We hung out at Big Four yesterday or Wednesday, so it was kind of cool. And then. And to put this together and do it here. My friends came down from where I live, and It's, you know, a lot of my old friends that I've known like all my life didn't fucking come tonight, and they suck. So they're on my shit list. And I have a lot of Greg came in Stymie, but all my other friends can suck it. They're no longer on my guest list.
Stymie, except for Stymie, everybody else can suck it.
Forrest,
Forrest is in Chicago. He gets
okay, Forrest a free pass, but everyone else could suck it. Yeah, everyone else can suck it.
Your guest list just got a lot smaller.
My guest list became 3 people. Yeah. So
we each had 5 guests for tonight, and nobody showed up, man. It was really bad. No. It was,
But you make it sound like nobody showed up. We had a pretty good reaction today. Everybody seems to dig the record. And I want to wish you guys the best of luck. I know it's not easy, but as you said, I like the fact that you're doing it because you just want to make more music. When you are off on the road, I'm sure it's refreshing. It's only going to help from here, whatever you do, whether it's with Exodus or any of the other
listen,
bands.
if we could give this away for free, we would. But you know what? We need a little money so we can make another one. That's, you know, recording costs money. Like, we paid for this with our own money. We didn't, you know, we don't have a label. So we're on a label now, but we made it with our own money. Basically, Rob's money.
Moschetti National Bank is basically the main person supplying money to Generation Kill.
Yeah.
But every band needs a guy like that, man.
Yeah.
And with that said, how was the recording process for this record? Who do you guys work with?
We worked with this guy. We did it by ourselves. My recording studio in my house, and we hired an engineer. This guy Johnny Rod. I'm really mad at him right now, but I'll let that go for a second. But he engineered it for us. Me and Rob produced it, and we put it together, and we just recorded songs while, like, you know, when I was home, we'd rehearse and write, and then when I was on tour, they'd write and track stuff, and then I'd come in and I did all the vocals, you know, and it took me a little longer than Rob would have liked, but you know what? I did it the way I wanted to do it, which was I don't want to just rush and do the very first thing that, it's not always right to do the very first thing that comes to mind. Sometimes you got to take a step back, listen to it, rewrite it, and I write lyrics. When I write them in a process, and I can't. I don't want to write bad lyrics. So that was that. That's that. You know.
It's good because, you know, we have different styles of writing, and my style, I just kind of write the first thing down spontaneous. Not everybody works like that, but that spontaneous doesn't always mean good either. So I have a lot of flops. So. But I try to write every freaking day. If it's crap or if it's good, I let them decide. If they like it, if they show an interest in it, we keep moving with it. If not, I give it to somebody else.
And then, you know, there's a quality too here that we're all very honest with each other. Like, we're able to say, no, I don't like that. Can you change that a little bit, or try this or try that? And no one's like a little bitch that they get all fucking crybaby about it. They just, okay, cool, yeah, all right, let's do that, and be very open to like I walked in one day and I said, you know what, we're going to cover a Beatles song live, so let's do it. And we did it. And that's like, everyone was like, all right, cool. And then it worked out better than I ever even imagined. That's what, you know, that was the one thing about Wish, too. We tried it once, it worked, and then, you know, it became, you know, and now it's like we enjoy playing it. So it's kind of like it's how things work. And everyone has that ability to do that, even though I'm the dictator and I get to squash it or I don't. Like, you know what I mean? So... You know what I mean? It's you know, everything's my call in the end. You know, so.
Full of shit.
All right, I want to wish you guys the best of luck. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, man.
And for being here, hanging out with all of us. And hey, anybody watching out there, learn these, memorize this, pick it up. Because these guys put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, beers, and a lot of sleepless nights. And of course, most importantly, we're in New York, we're New Yorkers. A lot of heart and soul, because that's where New York is.
Rob Moschetti cracking the whip.
Yeah, man.
Really,
Also, it is kind of old school because we are old school. We're fucking old, man. I'm fucking 43, dude. I play what I know, and that's what it is. So
It's real.
yeah.
Genuine. Like I said, if you're looking for like innovative and fancy, don't buy it.
Yeah.
If you want raw, true emotion, it's your record.
All right. Cool.